So guys, basahin natin yung problem number 1. Alfred Company sells. Naririnig nyo ba ako? Hindi ba ako naka-unmute? Ang dami naman kailangan i-consider kapag live lecture. Ayan. Tara, basahin ulit natin yung problem. Last na to. Totoo na, babasahin na talaga natin siya. So, Alfred Company sells all its merchandise on credit. It has a profit margin of 4%. Days sales outstanding equal to 60 days. Receivables of $150,000. Total assets of $3 million. And a debt ratio of 64. Of 0.64 pala. Okay. What is the firm's return on equity? Assume a 365-day year. So, nung nabasa mo yung problem, nakita mo ang daming ratios na nabanggit, no? Okay, dun sa source ko ng problem na to, naka-indicate doon na medium yung difficulty niya. So, mag-i-include tayo ng mga ganitong klase ng problems sa quiz or exams natin. Okay, so maganda kung praktisado ka sa mga ganitong klase ng problems. Yung ibang problems na easy naman, malamang isang formula lang yung gagamitin natin. Pero yung mga ganitong medium or difficult problems, more than one ratios yung kailangan mong gamitin. So maganda kung kabisado mo to pag graduate mo o pagtapos ng online classes kasi sa physical classes malamang hindi kayo pwedeng gumamit ng index cards. So ngayong nasa bahay tayo, wala tayong way para mapigilan kayo gumamit ng index cards. Di ba? So, okay lang ngayon, tumingin sa index cards, pero sinasabi ko nga, kabisaduhin nyo pa rin siya. Okay, tara. So, sulat natin yung mga binigay na dito, no, na mga ratios. So, sabi dyan, company sells all its merchandise on credit daw. Noted. It has a profit margin of 4%. So, ilalagay mo dyan yung 4% na profit margin. Okay? Profit margin yan. Okay? So, imbis na isulat mo dyan na profit margin, mas maganda isulat mo yung formula ng profit margin. Naalala mo ba yung formula ng profit margin? Diba? Net income over sales. Yan ang formula ng profit margin. Okay? So, na-take note mo na yung unang given. Then, next naman, day sales outstanding equal to 60 days daw. 60 days. Okay, and then, ito yung day sales outstanding, no? Again, imbis na isulat mo yung DSO dito, mas maganda isulat mo yung formula ng DSO. Ano yung formula ng DSO? Receivables over average sales per day. Okay. Yan, na-take note mo na yung next na given. Then, yung receivables, binigay din. Receivables of $150,000. So, dito mo na siya ilagay. Okay. So, sa beside ng receivables, $150,000. Okay, and then total assets of $3 million. Total assets, lagay mo na lang dito, total assets, 3 million. Okay. And then a debt ratio of 0.64. So nilagay mo dyan, 0.64, debt ratio. Okay. Ano ulit yung formula ng debt ratio? Diba sa Brigham, ang formula natin dyan is total debt divided by total debt plus equity. Okay, so yun yung isang formula. Pero dito may nakita ka ba na binigay na hiwalay yung debt sa total liabilities? Hindi, di ba? Okay, and then hindi rin binigay kung magkano yung equity. Okay, so i-assume natin na yung formulang gagamitin dito is hindi yung total debt over total debt plus equity, kundi yung liabilities over assets o total liabilities over total assets. Okay? Na-take note mo yan nung kumukuha ka ng formulas sa index card mo. Sana na-take note mo siya, no? Yung debt ratio is total liabilities over total assets or total debt over total debt plus equity. So alternatively pwede mo siyang gamitin. Depende sa kung ano yung given sa problem. Okay, so ngayon nga, ayan ang pwede natin gamitin, total liabilities over total assets. Okay, so na-take note mo na yung debt ratio. Then yung question, what is the firm's return on equity? Okay, so dito ilagay mo yung ROE formula. Ano ulit yung return on equity formula natin? So net income over, at pala NI na lang nilagay ko. No? Pwede na yan. Over total equity. Okay? Total equity. Or equity. Okay? So, ayan. Then, assume 365-day year daw. So, saan natin magagamit yan? Yung 365-day year, may nakikita ka ba na kailangan natin i-per day? Ito, average sales per day. Okay. So, from this given, pwede tayong kumuha ng mga nawawala pang items. Ano? Kailangan kasi natin makuha yung net income and then yung total equity. Okay, and hindi siya given basta-basta. Kailangan mo siyang hanapin. Okay. So, una nating pwedeng hanapin dito is yung magkano yung sales per year, no? Kasi given yung 60 days na DSO dito and then yung 150,000 na receivables. Okay? So, pwede nating hanapin magkano yung sales per year. Then, sales per day pala. Then, i-multiply na lang natin sa 365 para makuha yung sales natin per year. Okay? Pag nakuha natin yon, pwede natin siyang gamitin dito sa formula sa taas. Okay? Sa ating profit margin formula para makuha natin yung net income. Okay? Then yung net income, kailangan natin siya mamaya, di ba? So, ganun. Yun yung magiging tricky para sa'yo dito, no? Kailangan familiar ka sa lahat ng formulas. So, tara, kuhanin natin magkano yung average sales per day. Para kuhanin yan, madali lang, no? 150,000 divided by 60 days. Makukuha mo 2.5. Yan yung per day. Okay, makukuha mo yung 2.5. Then, per day nga yan, kaya kailangan mo pa siya i-multiply sa 365. Okay, ang hirap gamitin ng pen tablet. Ayan, 365. 2.5 times 365, nakuha yung 912,500. So, ito yung per year. So, ilagay mo siya dito sa formula mo sa taas. Sales is 912,500. Guys, nakakasunod ba tayo so far? Okay, tuloy natin, no? Mukhang okay naman. Okay pa naman kayo. Okay. So, tara. Since given na yung sales dito, o nakuha na natin yung sales dito, and nakuha natin yung profit margin, pwede na natin kuhanin yung net income. Okay. Kuhanin natin yung net income. Paano? Multiply lang natin siya. 912,500 times 0.04. Nakuha yung 36,500. Yan yung net income. Okay. Then yung net income na yan, pwede mo na siyang ilagay dito sa ROE formula mo. 36,500. Okay. So, ayan. Ito namang formula na to, gagamitin rin natin, ano? Yung formula ng debt ratio. Okay. So, gamitin natin siya para makuha natin yung total equity naman. Paano? Di ba given yung total assets na 3 million? And dun sa formula natin ng debt ratio, kailangan natin yung total assets na 3 million. Okay. So, gamitin natin para makuha natin yung total liabilities. 3 million times 0.64. Nakuha yung 1 million O 1.92 million na lang. 1.92 million na total liabilities. Okay. So, makukuha na ba natin yung total equity? Yes. Bakit? Ano ba yung formula ng equity? Di ba? Ang accounting equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus equity. So, para makuha yung equity, assets minus liabilities. So, 3 million minus 1.92 million. Magkano yan? 3 minus 1.92. 1 million o 1.08 million. Lagay natin siya dito sa formula natin ng ROE. 1.08 million. So 36,500 divided by 1080,000. Okay. Nakuha mo ba yung 0.0337? 0.0337 or 3.4%. Okay. So, ito yung sagot. Letter C. Nakuha ba natin yun, guys? Nasundan ba? O hindi natin sinusundan? Sundan natin, ha? Kasi maganda yung nagpa-practice tayo. Okay. So, may hindi tayo na-discuss sa ibang sections. Yun yung comparison ng formulas ni Brigham and nila Ma'am Bryce and Lupisan doon sa days sales outstanding. So, ito, transition lang, ano? Comparison. Yan, enjoyin lang natin yung cool transition na to. Compare lang natin yung formulas ng dalawa. Okay, and tingnan natin kung mag-come up tayo sa same na day sales outstanding. Tara. So, di ba ang formula ni Brigham sa day sales outstanding is yung receivables. Yeah, sulat natin. DSO. Wala, liit. Ano ba yung gamit natin dapat? Brush pala dapat. DSO is equal to receivables over average sales per day. Per day. Ayan. Ayun yun na. Yung sinulat din natin dito kanina. Ang formula naman nila Ma'am Baisa and Lupisan, naalala mo ba? Yung DSO nila or yung average collection period is 365 divided by accounts receivable turnover. Okay, so ito i-compare natin. Try natin kung parehong 60 yung magiging sagot. Okay, kasi 60 yung given, di ba? So, na-try na natin yung receivables divided by average sales per day na formula ni Brigham. Nakuha nga yung 60 dyan, 60 days. Try natin ito, yung formula na isa. Okay. Pero itong accounts receivable turnover, naalala mo ba kung paano siya gawin? O yung receivables turnover na ratio. Di ba kapag turnover yung ratio, ang numerator natin is sales. Then divided by some asset. So kung ano yung asset na i-divide natin is kung ano yung pangalan ng turnover. So sa case natin, accounts receivable. Talagyan natin dito, receivable. Yan. So, may data ba tayo ng sales and receivables dito sa problem natin? Yes, meron. No? Meron tayo dito ang sales na 912, 500. And then, meron tayong receivables na 150,000. Mako-compute ba natin yan? 912, 500 divided by 150,000. Okay, may decimal, ano? Wait lang. Decimal is, 6.08333. So, ayan yung accounts receivable turnover natin, no? Yan, times. Okay. 6.08 times. Okay. So, nakuha na natin yan. Anong gagawin natin dyan? Lagay natin dito sa formula ng DSO. So, 365 divided by 6.08333. Try nga natin kung yan yung magiging sagot. Divided by 365 divided by 6.0833333. So tama ano, pareho lang. 60. 60 yung DSO natin. 60 days. Okay. Pinakita lang natin yan, yung alternative formulas. So magka-come up tayo sa same answers. Kaya lang, alalahanin mo, minsan yung yung ARTO o yung accounts receivable turnover, imbis na receivables lang yung denominator niyan, ina-average siya minsan. Okay, so kapag may nakita ka na beginning and ending receivables, i-average mo siya. Okay. Sige. So yan lang guys, kinumpare lang natin yung dalawang formulas. Balik na tayo dun sa ating main lecture. Comparison is over. So next problem naman tayo, new. Don't save. Ayan. Problem number 2. A firm has a debt to equity ratio of 50%. Currently, it has interest expense of $500,000 on $5 million of total debt outstanding. Okay, its tax rate is 40%. If the firm's ROA or return on assets is 6%, by how many percentage points is the firm's ROE greater than its ROA? So ito ulit, marami-raming formulas yung kailangan mo dito, no? Na ma-familiarize o magamay, kumbaga. O ma-memorize o maisapuso. Bahala ka na kung saan mo siya gustong dalhin. Okay? So, sulat natin yung mga given. A firm has a debt to equity ratio daw of 50%. 50% debt to equity ratio. So, iba yung debt to equity ratio sa debt ratio ha. Yung debt ratio kasi, total liabilities over total assets. Yung debt to equity ratio, total liabilities yan, over total equity. Kaya nga debt to equity. Okay, so ayan, 50% daw siya. Currently, it has interest expense of $500,000. So, lagay mo lang dyan, $500,000 interest expense. And then, magkano daw yung total debt outstanding? 5 million. Total debt outstanding, 5 million. So, yung 5 million na yan, dito mo na lang siya ilagay sa liabilities. Okay? 5 million of total debt outstanding. Then, next na given, its tax rate is 40%. So, yung tax rate daw, 40%. Then, if the firm's ROA is 6%, ROA is given din. ROA, 6%. Formula ng ROA, net income over, ayan na naman, sinulat ko na naman na buong-buo yung net income, imbis na NI na lang, over assets, o total assets, kasi ROA nga siya, di ba? Return on assets. 6%. By how many percentage points is the firm's ROE greater than its ROA? So, lagay natin yung formula ng ROE. Net income, ayun na naman, sinulat ko na naman ng buong buo. Napakakulit ko rin eh. Over equity. Okay. So, ayan. Derive na tayo para makompute natin yung hinahanap natin. Okay. So, una natin pwedeng i-derive ito. 5 million na liabilities divided by equity. Makukuha natin dapat 50%. Okay. So, para makompute natin yung equity, gawin natin 5 million divided by 50%. So, nakuha natin is 10 million. Okay. Kung gusto mo i-check, pwede na i-check natin. 5 divided by 10, 50% ba yan? Yes. Yan, nakuha natin yung equity. So, nakita mo na. Pwede mo na siya ilagay dito sa formula ng ROE natin. 10 million. Then, ano pang pwede nating computein dito? itong ROA. Kasi given na yung hindi pa pala kasi wala pa tayong assets. Pero pwede nating computein yung assets dahil meron na tayong data ng equity and the liabilities, no? Ano bang formula ng assets? Assets is equal to liabilities plus equity. So pag-addin lang natin yung dalawa. 5 million plus 10 million, 15 million. Yan na yung total assets mo. So ito pwede na nating gamitin yung formula na to. 15 million. Yan, M na lang para hindi na tayo magsulat ng maraming zeros. Then yan, pwede na natin gamitin yung ROA formula sa pag-compute ng net income. Paano? I-multiply lang natin yung 15 million dun sa 6%. Nakuha mo ba yung 900,000? Yan. Net income. So, kompleto na. Pwede mo nang i-compute yung ROE natin. 900,000 divided by 10 million, 0.09 ang nakuha natin. Or 9%. Okay. Baka yan ang isagot mo ha. Hindi yan yung tanong. Ang tanong, by how many percentage points is the firm's ROE greater than its ROA? So, i-compare mo pa siya dun sa ROA natin. Yung 9%, compare mo sa ROA na 6%, magkano daw yung lamang ni ROE? 3%. So, yun yung sagot. 3%, letter B. Okay, nakasunod ba tayo dun sa problem number 2? Pag may question, chat lang, raise ng hand o kaya unmute tayo. Wala naman. Okay. So tara, ituloy natin. Problem number 3. File, new, don't save. So ito, problem number 3 naman tayo. A firm has an equity multiplier of 4.0. A firm that has an equity multiplier of 4.0 will have a debt ratio of... Okay, so maiksi lang yung question, no? Okay, so ang hinahanap natin is debt ratio. Debt ratio, ano ulit ang formula ng debt ratio natin? Debt ratio is equal to liabilities over total assets. Okay? TL na lang. TL over TA. Yan. Then, ang ating equity multiplier, 4.0 daw. Ano ba ang formula ng ating equity multiplier? Natatandaan mo ba siya? Total assets over equity. Okay. So, saan to galing? Dun sa DuPont equation natin, no? Sana naalala mo siya. Okay. So, dito, ang hinahanap natin, magkano daw yung debt ratio kung ang equity multiplier natin is 4.0. So, wala nang ibang given, ano? Kailangan makompute natin siya. So, kapag ganito, ano bang gagawin natin? Tingnan natin yung common item sa kanila, no? Parehas silang gumamit ng total assets. Okay. So, ito, pwede nating i-assume yung amount nito, no? So, mag-set tayo ng value. Halimbawa, 500 na lang. Okay, 500 yung total assets. Okay. So, ayan. Kung 500 yung total assets, pwede nating computein yung equity natin dito sa equity multiplier na formula. Paano? 500 divided by 4. Okay. Bakit? Kasi, ayan, ililipat mo lang siya dun sa baba. Cross multiplication ba ang tawag dyan? Basta yung algebra na method natin. Tanda mo naman yan, ano? Ayan. So, 125 yung equity na na-compute natin. Okay. So kung 125 yung equity, magkano kaya yung liability? Tama, 500 minus 125 lang. 375 yung total liability natin. Mako-compute na ba natin yung debt ratio? Yes. 375 divided by 500.75. Anong letter? Letter D. 0.75. Okay, nasundan ba yon? May question ba? Wala naman po. Okay, so tara, proceed tayo sa number 4. Okay. File new, don't save. Yan. Basahin natin yung problem number 4. Rusi Motors has $8 billion in assets. Ang yaman ni Rusi. And its tax rate is 40%. The company's basic earning power ratio is 12%. And its return on assets is 3%. What is Rusi's yan? Rusi's times interest earned ratio. Okay, so tie ang problem dito, no? Tie ratio ang hinahanap. So ilatag natin yung given. Magkano daw yung assets? 8 billion. So sulat lang natin dyan. 8 billion. Ilang zeros meron doon? Kulang pa, no? Kulang pa. Dami. Ayan. And its tax rate is 40%. Tapos, the company's basic earnings power ratio is 12%. Okay. Ano ulit ang formula ng basic earnings power ratio? Tama. EBIT over total assets. Okay. So, yung given natin na to, dito sa given natin na to, pwede na natin i-compute yung EBIT, hindi ba? Okay, bakit? Kasi given yung 8 billion na assets, na total assets. So, tara, compute natin. 8 billion times natin sa 12%. So, nakuha yung 960 million. Okay. So, pwede mo siya i-check kung tama ba yung ginawa mo. 960 divided by 8 billion. 12%. So, ayan. Nakuha natin yung EBIT natin. Okay. Then, binigay din dito yung ROA natin. ROA is 3% daw. 3%. And ano ulit yung formula ng ROA natin? Net income. Return kasi siya, no? Net income. Sinulat ko na naman ng buong buo. Ang kulit ko talaga. Net income divided by total assets. Okay. So, nakita mo, total assets ulit yung ginamit, ano? So, pwede natin computein yung net income. So, 8 million to. 8 billion to. Okay. Okay, so multiply natin. 8 billion times 0.03. Nakuha yung 240 na net income. 240 million. Okay. Pero ang tanong, what is most Rusi's times interest earned ratio? Okay, so tie yung hinahanap. Tie ratio. Ano ba ang formula ng tie ratio times interest earned ratio? Tie. Ano yung formula niyan? EBIT over interest expense. Okay, yung EBIT meron na tayo niyan, ano? 960 million. Pero yung interest expense, may nakikita ka bang given na interest expense? Wala, ano? Parang papahirapan ka ni problem sa pagkuha ng interest expense. Lakihan lang natin siya ng konti. May way ka para makuha itong interest expense na ito. Paano? gamit yung EBIT and net income na figures, pati yung taxes. Okay, so ilatag natin EBIT. Magkano to? 960 million. Okay. And then, ang hinahanap natin yung interest, interest expense. Okay. Pero work ba kasi yung gagawin natin dyan? Kapag nabawas mo yung interest expense dito sa EBIT mo, makukuha mo yung earnings before taxes. And then kapag niles mo naman yung taxes from that amount, makukuha mo yung net income. Okay? Sinulat ko na naman ng buo. Suko na ako. Ayan. 240 million to, di ba? Ayan, yung net income. Okay, so far ito lang yung given, yung EBIT and yung net income. Pero nakita mo, binigay din kung magkano yung percentage ko o kung ilan yung percentage ng tax natin, no? Yung tax rate, 40% daw. Okay. So kung 40% ito, ilang percent kaya itong net income? Okay. 40% siya ng EBT, ng earnings before taxes. Ilang percent kaya yung net income? Tama, 60%. Okay. So, mako-compute na ba natin kung magkano tong earnings before taxes? Yes. Anong gagawin? 240 million divided by 60%. Ang daming zeros nito. 240 na lang divided by 60%. 400 ang nakuha natin. Okay. So, pakita lang natin, yung 40% na taxes. So, 400 times natin sa 0.4, nakuha yung 160. And then, ayan nga, yung ginawa natin is 400 million minus 160 million. Nakuha yung net income na 240. Okay. So, pinakita lang natin, yung 40% and 60% dito. Okay. Pero hindi yan yung kailangan natin. Ang kailangan natin is itong nasa taas, yung interest expense. Makukuha na ba natin siya? Yes. Anong gagawin natin? Subtract lang natin. 960 minus 400. Nakuha yung 560. Okay. So, nakuha mo na yung kailangan mo. 560 million. Makakompute na ba natin yung tie ratio? Yes, 960 divided by 560. Okay. Makukuha mo yung 1.7143. Okay. So, o kaya 1.71 na lang. Ayan. Ayan ba yung sagot? Yes, nakuha mo. Letter B. Nakasunod ba dito sa problem na to? Parang mahaba-haba siya, no? Ano lang, presence of mind lang sa pag-compute ng mga problems dito para hindi ka malito. May question ba dito sa problem number 4? Again, ano to, no? Difficult yata to or medium problem? Ayan, kaya medyo marami tayong ginawa na computation. Wait, lalakihan ko. Baka sinusulat mo pala siya. May question ba? Yan, mukhang wala namang question. Sana nasulat mo na siya, no? Kung hindi naman, sabihin mo lang. Babalikan natin siya. Kaya lang nire-remove ko pala. Doon na lang sa video recording mamaya sa YouTube. Okay. Tara. Next problem naman. Number 5. Okay. Recto office, ilang problems ba to? 7 problems lang. So, malapit na tayo sa illustrations natin o sa exercises natin. Recto office supply had 24 million in sales last year. The company's net income was $400,000. Its total assets turnover was 6.0 and the company's ROE was 15%. The company is financed entirely with debt and common equity. What is the company's debt ratio? So, ilatag natin yung mga given, no? Ang hinahanap is debt ratio. Lagay natin yung given. Magkano daw yung sales last year? 24 million. Okay. Ang pangit ng sulat ko. Ulitin nga natin. Kala mo naman magbabago na. 24 million. Ayan. Yun yung sales. And then, the company's net income daw was 400K. 400,000 net income. Ayan, NI. Its total assets turnover daw was 6.0. Okay. Again, ano daw yung formula ng total assets turnover natin? Pag turnover, tandaan mo, sales yung numerator divided by some asset. So, since total asset to, total asset yung denominator natin. Total assets. Okay. Then, the company's ROE daw was 15% return on equity. So, ano ulit formula ng return on equity? Net income. Ayun na naman, sinulat ko na naman siya ng buo. Ano ba? Kulit mo naman. Over equity. Ayan, net income over equity. Okay, ano pa ba ang given dito? The company is financed entirely with debt and common equity. And what is the company's debt ratio? Okay, debt ratio ulit ang hinahanap. So, debt ratio is equal to total liabilities over total assets. Okay, so may madederive ka na ba dyan? Meron na, no? Makukuha mo na yung ilang amounts dito. Kasi given yung sales natin na 24 million. 24 million yung sales natin. So, lagyan natin dito 24M. Makukompute ba natin yung total assets natin? Yes. 24 divided by 6, makukuha mo yung 4 million na total assets. 4M. Okay, nakita mo na. Dito mo siya ilalagay, no? 4 million. Okay, and then yung net income, given din, no? 400,000. So, makukuha mo yung equity. 400,000 divided by 15%. Nakuha mo yung 2666.66. Ayan. Yan amount, okay? 667, ayan. Kasi in thousands pala to. Okay. So, nakuha mo na yung equity. Ano ba ang kailangan mo dito sa debt ratio? Kailangan mo yung total liabilities. So, makocompute mo na ba siya? Yes. Subtract mo lang sa total assets yung nakompute mo sa equity. So, 4 million minus 667. Makukuha mo yung 1,333,333. Okay. Then, makocompute mo na yung debt ratio. 1,333,333 divided by 4 million. Makukuha mo yung 0.33 na sagot. Nakuha mo ba siya? Ayun. Letter C. 0.33. Okay, sulat mo na siya. Madali lang naman, no? Okay, inuna natin yung mga medium na problem, yung difficulty. Okay, para easy na lang sa'yo yung mga ganitong klase ng problem, yung mga susunod. Ayan. So, proceed tayo dito. Easy naman to, yung problem na to. New ulit. Down save. So, all else being equal, number 6 na tayo, no? All else being equal, which of the following will increase a company's current ratio? Okay, alin daw sa choices yung mag-i-increase sa company's current ratio? Okay, ano ba ang formula ng current ratio? Current ratio is equal to, naalala mo pa ba to? Current assets over current liabilities. Okay, so alin daw dyan sa choices yung mag-i-increase ng ating current ratio? So, isa-isayin natin. Yung mga mali muna. An increase in accounts payable. Ano ba yung accounts payable? Liabilities yan no? So, pag nag-increase yung liabilities mo, yung current liabilities mo kasi nag-increase yung accounts payable, mag-i-increase ba yung iyong current ratio? Hindi, di ba? Liliit siya. Kasi yung denominator yung lumaki dito sa yung formula. Okay. And then yung choice C naman, an increase in net fixed assets. May nakita ka bang net fixed assets dito sa yung formula ng current ratio? Wala, So, hindi siya yung sagot. Then, yung next choice, statements A and B are correct. Hindi na pwede kasi mali na yung B Lalo namang hindi pwede yung choice E na all of the statements are correct kasi may mali ka nang nakita. So, try natin yung choice A, an increase in accounts receivable. So, yung accounts receivable is a current assets. Pag nag-increase yung numerator mo nang walang galaw sa denominator, mag-i-increase ba yung amount mo o yung mako-compute mo na value? Yes. So, ang tamang sagot is A. Easy lang, Dapat lang talaga familiar tayo sa formulas. Okay, ito rin. Easy lang yung problem na to. Last exercise na natin. Bali Corporation's stock price at the end of last year was 23.5 and its earnings per share for the year were $1.30. What was its price to earnings ratio or yung PE ratio? Tandaan mo ba yung formula ng PE ratio? PE ratio. Nasa pangalan na, Hindi ka na malilito. Market price per share over earnings per share. Okay, price per share over earnings per share. Given ba parehas yan? Given na, Madali lang. Bali Corporation stock price at the end of the year daw was 23.5. And then yung earnings per share niya is 1.3. So, mako-compute natin. 23.5 divided by 1.3. So, nakuha yung 18.08 na price to earnings ratio. 18.08. Okay. So, easy lang yung problems na to. So, ayan. So, practice lang tayo ng practice ng mga problems dito sa financial statement analysis. Okay, para ma-memorize natin siya. So, ayun lang sa exercises. May questions ba kayo, guys?